Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, Multiverse. This is Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny. And what a week it's been. And we've got a really cool show for you this morning because Kelly Guentner's back with us. And we're going to be talking about where are you riding your bike on Saturday afternoon. And we're going to do that right after this.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean, Elvis Presley, and he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original.
Hey there, friends and foes. We are back. This is Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny. Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, and Saturday morning cartoons made me who I am today. And this morning in my bowl, I've got Pokemon cereal. It is a fruit-flavored cereal with marshmallows. It's actually the Berry Bolt flavor. And we are called Back of the Cereal Box because we are a pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturday experience of our youth while navigating adulthood today. And when I was a kid, we didn't have tablets or phones at the breakfast table growing up. In between cartoons, kaiju, kung fu movies, and comic books, we were reading the back of the cereal box, and that was our world. That was our newspaper. And for me, it was an exposure to a greater pop culture, comics, toys, games, you name it. We were sitting down with a big bowl of cereal, watching cartoons, digging into the box, getting the toys out, and just living our best life on Saturdays. And welcome to the Virtual Rec Room. My co-host of the last 10 years. She is a model, an actress, a fantastic photographer. She is the one, the only, the incomparable Dee Bartee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dee. I was really worried that you were not going to make it this morning because you've been dealing with stuff. But you're here,
with stuff,
and I am so happy. Well, I don't know.
I'm an open book. I'm an open book.
Are you really?
I am. The stuff I've been dealing with is I started a new medication, and it's been making me sick. They're daily injections.
For what?
For my PCOS.
I don't know what that is.
It's long story. Look it up. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, so they've been making me sick. And so you start off on like a 0.6, and I have to gradually work my way up to a 3 week by week. And so tomorrow I actually start the next dose, whatever it is. I don't know if it's a 1 or 1.3 or whatever. So hopefully next week it doesn't make me sick as well. But this week's been rough because I started it last Sunday. So I was so sick yesterday, and so I've had like a couple of good days and then a couple of bad days. And so I'm like texting Joe and I go, I don't know if I can do the show in the morning because I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But I woke up and felt good. So
ta-da!
All right. So when I feel good, I feel really good. So I'm in your face.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm never in your face in the mornings, but I've been feeling horrible, so I'm in your face.
Bring it. Bring it, Dee Bartee. Let's also welcome our other co-host, our emotional support Canadian, your favorite barista, but not for much longer.
I know. I'm sad.
She is the Peppermint Princess, the social media socialite, the one, the only, all the way from Winnipeg, Willow Skylor. Good morning,
Hey,
Willow.
folks. Hey, my peeps. How's it going?
So I told everyone who you guys are, Dee and Willow, but we have new viewers, new listeners every week. So, Dee, tell people what you do and what your pop culture passion is.
Well, you already told everybody what I do. So
and what's in your bowl.
So you already told everybody what I do. So my pop culture, Wizard of Oz, vampires, Friends. Am I leaving anything out? Because I don't ever remember. What's in my bowl? Coffee. I'm a coffee girl. That's why I love my Canadian barista.
Dee Bartee completely rejects the theme of this entire show. Willow, tell everybody who you are.
You knew that when you called me, and I'm like, I don't know cereal.
No, I didn't know that, but that's okay. Dee Bartee,
and you didn't know that?
No, Willow Skylor, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is, and what's in your bowl.
All right, so barista, broadcaster by day, barista by night. Literally, I'm going to be working tonight at Starbucks, and then my pop culture passion is Marvel comics, mostly. I love my superheroes, so it's pretty much anything that has to deal with superheroes and zombies. So you
must be really excited about the Marvel Zombies project coming up.
You saw my Marvel Zombie poster, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we have, and what's in your bowl?
Nesquik.
Oh, excellent. And you are wearing your Mickey Mouse leopard print pajamas. I love it. Love it.
The only thing that I have leopard print that I am willing to put on my body.
Well, I am wearing my Camp Kikiki shirt. Camp Kikiki. That's hard to say. Camp Kikiki shirt. And 10 points for anyone who knows that reference. Hey, we got to welcome in our special guest. She's not really a guest. She is part of the family, but she is back with us this morning. She is the host of Cosplay Cafe on the Cereal Box Network, all the way from Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where all of the serial killers are from, Willow. It is Phoenix sister Kelly Guentner. Good morning,
Hello.
Kelly.
Good morning.
The only one left. You know what that means, right?
Huh? What?
You said it's where all the serial killers are from. Kelly's the only one left, so you know what that means, right?
Although
process of elimination, people.
Well,
isn't there a lot from Illinois?
Explain that for Kelly, because she may not have seen that episode of Cryptid Crunch. What did we discover?
We were looking up serial killers and where they originated from, and Wisconsin seems to be like one of the main areas. Illinois is also another big one.
Are they all in the same family? Like,
no. No.
What's happening?
But Kelly,
it's because it's cold up here and it drives people insane.
Understood.
There's not much
that is plausible because of my city.
I mean, you're Canadian.
Yeah, no, my city is apparently murder capital, so it's yeah. There's no serial killers, but we just like to murder people.
We just like each other over here.
And so, Kelly, tell everyone who you are, what you do, what your pop culture passion is, and what's in your bowl this morning.
All right. So I'm Kelly Guentner. I am a cosplay cafe barista. I am a writer. I'm a cosplayer. I am one of the chair people of the Multiverse Fundraiser, which is hosted by Back of the Cereal Box. It's a free convention / fundraiser for a charity that we put on every January. It's a really good time. Oh my gosh, what else do I do? I do so much that I need to lay down when I list it. I have too many interests. It's an ADHD thing. By day, I work in a construction office because that goes together like, peanut butter and mayonnaise. And I have Frosted mini wheats, the generic brand, in my bowl. I'm pretty excited about that. And then I had chai latte in my cup, but I just finished that.
So the mini wheats, is it frosted?
Yes.
See, I love frosted mini wheats.
It's so good.
It is so good. That I don't know what it is about that frosting, but it just explodes with flavor. I really love it.
Yeah, and then it explodes somewhere else in a few hours.
No, that only is your son.
No, it's not fake sugar.
My
It's
kids,
not fake sugar.
it's got way too much fiber in it. My kids, woo! It's like feeding them oatmeal, same thing.
Oatmeal, what?
All
Okay.
the fiber. It
I
causes
guess.
I
a
have
lot
a
of
day
gas.
job related funny story for you all. First of all, I'm the weirdo at my office, which nobody is surprised. I've decorated my office in superhero stuff, and construction people are not geeks for the most part. They're just not, but that's fine.
I feel like they're secretly geeks. They just don't want to tell us because, be manly and all.
It's an old school field. But so construction has a lot of fun terms that mean something different. So one of the terms that I encountered a few months ago that I didn't know what it meant was I was going through billing and they had a code down for a Squirrel Guard. And I'm like, what the hell is a Squirrel Guard? I laughed. I had a laugh in the office. And I'm like, thinking about it. I'm like, okay, maybe there's a guy out there like sitting and watching for squirrels. So I told my boss that.
You're thinking a literal squirrel guard.
I told my boss that.
You shall not pass.
I don't know. Okay,
It's
y'all.
not like don't
There's a
distract
reason
the
I'm in the
workers.
office. So I told my boss this, and he looked at me, and he's like, "Do you think that he's sitting out there with a pea shooter waiting for squirrels?" I'm like, "That's not right." So then he made me tell everyone.
Hey, if that's an actual job, can I apply for that?
Yeah, I want to sit up on the rooftop with a BB gun and.
Unfortunately, it's a fence. But then I told him, I was like, okay, but what I really wanted it to be was squirrels in armor. So now what I've been doing, my little joke with myself, is I keep finding, those memes on Facebook with the squirrels and armor.
Yeah.
Every time I find a picture, I'm putting it up on my hey Logan, my son just came in. I'm putting it up in my office, and so far no one has commented on it or said anything. It's been like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
One guy walked in my office. This guy doesn't have much of a sense of humor. He looked at it. He looked confused. He didn't know the Squirrel Guard story because he wasn't there yet. And I could see the confusion on his face. And then I could see him actively decide not to ask about it. He's like, nope, this is some nonsense. I don't want to engage. So I'm waiting to see how long before someone asks me about my Squirrel Guard as it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like a friend of mine just sent me a few more pictures of squirrels dressed like an assassin squirrel and a pirate squirrel. And I'm just like, it's just growing bigger. And I don't know how long it's going to take before they say something. But I have a Squirrel Guard in my office.
Dee, you had a comment for Kelly. You had a question for her?
Oh, I was just going to ask her, what does it actually mean?
It's a fence. It's a fence to keep squirrels out.
Does it work? Because squirrels are resourceful little buggers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it doesn't work that well.
That's why you need a guard.
speaking of squirrels and going off in different directions. So did you know, Kelly, that there is a comic book series from Archaea Comics called Mouse Guard? That is so I think there are squirrels in that series.
Huh.
I need to read that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's what it's about. It's about warrior mice, the Mouse Guard. Anyway. Hey, by the way, so Pokemon cereal tastes delicious at first, but it loses its flavor like that.
Oh.
That seems to be a trend with General Mills cereal. Sorry, General Mills. You guys aren't going to be sponsoring us anytime soon, so I can be honest. But it has a fun game on the back where you trace the evolution of
Let's bring you
Pokemon.
up to your full screen.
Yes, thank you. So you got the Pokemon over here, and then you got to trace their evolution. And I don't know anything about Pokemon. I know it's going to take my geek card away, but I'm guessing that Chimchar becomes Monferno and then becomes Infernape. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Anyone? Yeah. And Willow, what did you say you got? You've got the Nestle Quick.
Yeah. Yep.
And how is that?
I love it. It is one of my favorite cereals, and already the milk has gone into like a chocolate soup. So
you're one of those who agrees that cereal is soup.
Yes.
Bartee, that's how you eat cereal, as soup in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I eat it about 3:00. I don't eat breakfast. It hurts my stomach to eat breakfast. I don't ever eat till lunchtime.
But it's so much fun having all the sugar in the morning, and then by the time you get to work, you're ready to have a nap.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Hey, we got some comments.
But it makes me sick.
We may just have to find the right thing. So we got some comments, and James Scott, who I believe is a construction project manager on the other side of the pond, says, "What's up?" He runs the Across the Pond Sports Network podcast, and it's a whole network of shows. And then he says, "How much are we loving She-Hulk?" So much. Oh my God. So much.
Good.
Dee, have you seen it yet?
I can't talk my husband into watching it. He's like, I'm
What?
not watching it. I know.
You watch it without him. Watch it without him.
I might have to like secretly start it because I think he'll like it. but
22 minutes each
I want to
episode.
watch it. You know what I started watching yesterday though?
What?
Gaslit. Have you seen that?
No, not yet. I
Oh.
haven't even heard about that.
Oh, it.
Now, Willow, do you have Disney Plus? You've
Not yet.
not been able to see?
No.
Wait, is Disney Plus available in Canada?
It is. I just a little slow on the on getting it right now because I still have Netflix and
You can borrow mine, Willow. I'll give you my password.
okay.
No. Let's not say that publicly. Here's
I
what
mean-
we are going to do instead. I'm putting out the call right now to all of our viewers, all of our listeners. Donate to the Willow Skylor Disney Plus Fund at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. We've got to fix this for Willow because
I
Willow,
will donate, Willow.
we're in
I
the-
will send you Disney Plus donation.
We're in the process of canceling our cable and going full blown on the Roku.
that's what we've done. We cut the cord almost 10 years ago.
Oh wow.
Haven't missed a thing. Love it. Love it. James Scott also says, I'm having chicken wings, but it is lunchtime here in Scotland. Have anyone ever been to Scotland?
No.
I want to go.
I want
so
to.
bad. My neighbor's from Scotland.
So,
I follow Christopher Titus, and him and his wife just got back from Scotland, so I've been listening to their show.
well, James Scott is a big fan of the show, and his kids in particular are obsessed with D. His sons love you, D.
Oh,
And yes, and they tune in every Saturday afternoon because it's afternoon time in Scotland to watch D. Bartee. So James, I
and they
think
get to see my morning hair. Hello, boys.
wow, that went in a completely different direction than I expected. But James, I think you need to help us arrange a back of the cereal box field trip to Scotland.
I would love that. I have a passport. Let's do it.
I need to get a passport. Do you know that?
I'll be there tomorrow, James.
Don't say that because he might make that happen for you.
I'm good with it. I'm free this weekend.
Now he will be here in February, and he is going to be on the show while he's in the United States. So that's going to be fantastic. And he also adds, technically, wherever you.
No, that's a different person. That's Rich.
Oh, this is Rich. I'm sorry. Sorry, Rich. My eyes just got crossed. Rich Asplin Jr., who was a guest on Cryptid Crunch last week talking about werewolves, says
It was such a fun show.
It was. It really was. Technically, wherever you have your first meal of the day, it's breakfast. Can't eat breakfast before 9 a.m. or I get sick. So that's odd. I've never heard of this before because when I wake up first thing in the morning, I am ravished. I am starving. My stomach is cramping. I'm so hungry. And maybe that's because, though, I don't eat after 8 p.m. Nothing.
I don't eat after 6 p.m. I just literally cannot eat breakfast. My stomach hurts all day if I eat breakfast.
And I only eat 1,500 calories a day. So, and for any of you who want to know what that's like, in America, if you go out to a restaurant, that's one meal at a restaurant.
Are you kidding? That's half a meal, John.
So basically, this like the cereal is 150 calories per cup. So I measure the cup, and I know exactly how much goes in the bowl. I can have 2 servings of this cereal for breakfast because every meal in my 1,500 calorie a day budget is only 300 calories. And it's called intermittent fasting, basically. And what it is just enough food to make your body go, oh, there's food, but not enough. I may not get any more. I better start using my body's own reserves. And that's how I've lost over 40 pounds, just by eating differently. But part of it is you have to eat at the same time every day, and you can't vary from it. You got to train your body. So anyway,
My body rejects that. That's why I have to take injections. Don't tell me no. I have heard it. That's why I have to take injections now, because my PCOS stops that from happening. The more starvation mode that I put my body into, the more weight I gain.
Well, no. If you go into starvation mode, that is what happens. You gain weight. I'm not in starvation mode. I am in calorie deprivation, but not starvation mode. It's a huge difference. It's a whole science thing that, anyway.
I'm telling you, I've done everything under the sun. That's why I'm now taking shots. Taking shots every day.
You've not done LT 360, the full program. Rich says 1 meal off the kiddie menu.
Yep.
And 1 meal off the kiddie menu helps keep you out of starvation mode. That's not wrong.
But I have to do more carb counting than calorie counting
That's part of it too.
because of my
it's a whole science. We don't have time to get into it because it is time for my favorite part of the Saturday morning experience. When I was a kid, we were reaching into the box to pull out the toys. And this week, I didn't think I would have anything. But lo and behold, I was in my local Kroger. Here in Tennessee, we have Kroger Marketplace.
Rogers.
Do you have those, Kelly? Kroger Marketplace? Do you have Kroger in Wisconsin? You do. Okay. Do you have Kroger Marketplace?
Kelly, you're muted.
Yeah. So she's doing this and doing this. No Kroger Marketplace, or yes, you do? It's okay. Anyway, we have Kroger Marketplace, and Kroger Marketplace it's like Walmart, but Kroger. And so this week I was in there, I was getting groceries.
Donnie, apparently you have to unmute.
Oh, never mind. I can unmute myself. Okay.
That is so weird. Like, this has been going on all morning where it's like we'll take turns being muted all of a sudden.
Oh, no. I think Johnny muted me because my son was talking a lot in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
My son came in and was just jabbering away. I understand. I don't think we have Kroger Marketplace. We do have Kroger, though.
It's a magical place.
Oh.
And I went into Kroger Marketplace and I found Willow, put this on full screen for me, would you please?
Yep.
So this is the new Marvel Legends Retro, the Guentner brand.
Ooh.
Wolverine. This has been impossible to find. This is a holy grail toy, guys.
That's a good find.
3.5 inches, made in the style of, Star Wars figures from the 70s. So it's basically like if Guentner were making Marvel Comics figures in the 70s or 80s. And his wrists turn, at the glove. So, you can turn the claws and whatnot. But are you ready for this? These normally retail for $10. I found it at Kroger Marketplace for $6.95.
Wow.
And not just that one. I also got
Oh, wow.
the Falcon. And for those of you who don't know, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, this is his classic outfit. This is what he wore for decades. And in my opinion, is one of the best comic book costume designs ever created. And when I was a kid, I was obsessed with this costume. And Mego had a Falcon action figure, the 8-inch fully articulated cloth costume Falcon action figure that was my absolute favorite. And I love this character. I love this design. And when I saw this, I didn't even care how much it was. I was like, oh!
That is cool.
And then I get to check out, and it was $6.95, marked down from almost $11. And so, what about everybody else? Anybody else have new loot? Willow.
I do.
Ooh.
My sister apparently bought. I guess she bought herself a bikini, and it was too big, so she gave me.
Wait a minute.
wow.
Wait a minute, Willow.
do, 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 do.
Willow,
Ooh.
are you
So, yes.
are you literally teasing us with a bikini?
You should put it on, Willow.
I think you should put it on right now.
If I can figure out how to.
We'll take you off camera. You get changed.
Nice of you to offer to take her off camera. Marty.
Yeah.
Well, it is a family show.
I'll try to I'll figure this out and take pictures.
That is a nice
yeah,
color
it's-
too. That's a good color on you.
So
Ooh.
yeah.
It even
Wow.
matches with your face.
Where's Carl Witzman when you need him?
Probably sleeping off the green room.
Uh,
So for our listening audience, Willow has put the bikini on. over her head, over her pajamas. And for you that don't know, Willow is very busty. And so we're all
Yes.
like, "Woo, put it on, put it on."
So yeah, I'm excited for that.
We're excited
for
that.
pictures.
D is most excited for that.
I know, I'm falling back in my chair here.
So those of you who liked Baywatch, just imagine, me posing like Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
Oh
And
my.
John's lip is on the floor.
I don't know who's more excited about that, me or D. Because what did
We can both be excited.
what did we learn about D Bartee a couple of weeks ago?
I don't remember.
Does she like boobs?
I like boobs. I don't have any boobs. That's probably why I like everybody
That's not
else's
true.
boobs.
That's true.
They are lovely. Okay, like
They're nice and squishy.
I'm a boob girl. Willow has very large boobs.
Thank you.
And it makes me excited. I just want to hug her.
family show.
Wow.
Family show.
Wow. Do I need to get you a
I
hotel
encourage
room?
her behavior way too much.
Hey, she started it because we started talking about heights, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I would come right up here to your boobies."
It's true. I am that short.
Well,
You've lost
D-
all control, John.
I know. I never had control. D, do you have any new loot this morning?
I don't.
Okay. I know Kelly does.
Oh, I do. I do. So my friend Donna sent me a whole box of loot. She surprised me with it. So I knew she was gonna send me this Harley bear, which is adorable. What I didn't know was that the box was gonna be filled with goodies. Like she was it was just for fun. So this shirt, which is my new favorite
wow.
shirt,
I
like
love that shirt.
yeah, look.
And it
that is
and
cool.
and
It has
her
fake boobies.
yeah, her chest piece falls right in the right spot.
Right.
That's amazing. How did they
I
do
know.
that?
I know. Okay, and I got this
Aw.
is definitely going up at Christmas. It might stay up year round. Like
Wonder Woman.
Of course it should.
it should. Yeah, hopefully Wonder Claws will leave candy in there year round. And then a Harley wallet.
Oh, cute.
Oh, right? And I can't wait to read this.
Wow.
What does it say?
Enjoy Mariko Tamaki.
It's Harley Quinn Breaking Glass. Now is that a young adult graphic novel?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've been loving the DC young adult graphic novels for the
Yeah.
most part, with the exception of this Jessica Cruz one, which we won't talk about.
Well, you-
I think
you-
DC was a little mad at me for my review of that.
You know what? That's funny. Kelly did a review on Back Issue Breakfast Club of the Green Lantern Jessica Cruz young adult graphic novel, and it is true. They have not asked us to do another review since.
Sorry.
Oh,
I had not connected those dots until just this morning. You're fired, Kelly. No, I'm kidding.
I've been thinking that I've been thinking that they have not asked us since then.
It is true.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Like, I asked you, and you said they wanted honest reviews,
You always want honest reviews.
right?
But you know what? Maybe we need to maybe
You can't handle the truth.
maybe this Harley Quinn young adult graphic novel is just the impetus for you to jump back in and do another Back Issue Breakfast Club review.
Yes.
I'm not saying full time because I know you're not ready to come back full time, but this
I've
might
been
be
ready
a good one.
to do more reviews, especially now that I have a little more time in my schedule. Now that I am working from home 2 days a week, and that's 4 hours less of driving every week than I'm doing.
Well, this might be the opportunity. But now, do you have anything else?
Oh yes, I have a new book out.
Yay!
I'm going to put this up right there. It is
Yes,
under your pen name, Kelly Edwards, Thin Ice, Forces of Nature, #2. So Forces of Nature is a series,
it's
yes.
a trilogy.
a trilogy.
So the first, it's a superhero romance action series. The first one's definitely a love story / action. There's a lot of action. Basically, it centers around Aiden, who is a supervillain with a twist because she didn't really just wake up one day and decide to be a supervillain. She was recruited as a child, and she's kind of starting to realize, hey, this isn't really what I want to do. And then she meets a guy who is on the right side of the law, and that really spurs things along and gives her a lot of conflict. And then book 2 is, okay, they got together. I mean, spoiler alert, but what do you expect? They got together. Now what?
Now, and Aiden is a fire power, right?
Yep.
And this character is
ice
power. So you got fire and ice.
Mm-hmm. Very cliche, but very fun.
When they make a movie out of this, you call me. I want to be in it.
Yes.
Let's try to make it a Netflix series.
That too. I mean, you tell them Bartee has dibs.
Listen, between just the Cereal Box Network hosts with Scorcher and Thin Ice and my books, Nightrike, Roxy, and League of Impossibilists, we could fill out an entire season of Netflix programming. Netflix, hello, where are you? Call us.
Me.
You've got
I'll be on the next
content.
Coming up next is our streaming service.
Oh my gosh! Hello, that would be amazing.
And
you guys,
less complicated than some of the other guys out there.
We are getting this close to that streaming service.
Yes.
Made a major connection this week that we're this close. So Kelly,
we'll just do it ourselves.
What's that?
Maybe we'll just do the series ourselves.
Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, because the connection that I made is a television producer out of Atlanta. She does this. Anyway, it's a whole thing. We'll talk later. Call me. Now, Kelly, where can people get Thin Ice and the original, the first book in the series, Scorcher? Where can they get those?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble. If you want signed copies, you can go to kellyguentner.com. I will send you both books signed for $30 American. If you're out of the country, we'll have to talk more about the postage.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And if you're going to be in Mattoon, Illinois, I'm going to be at SoCon the weekend of September 9th, and I will have physical copies there, so you can buy them from me there.
Everybody go to SilCon, Central Illinois Con, because Kelly and Crayley are going to be there. I was supposed to be there, but
yeah, we're going to miss you.
That is Parents Weekend at Austin P University, where my daughter just started as a freshman, and my wife is like, you got a thing with your daughter.
Yeah, you need to go to that.
You need to be a good dad.
Yep. So I'm going to go do that.
It's so funny because my daughter just graduated from there and his daughter's starting. I'm like, oh, they could have been roommates. It would have been.
That would have been great. She would have loved your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, and SilCon is a free con. They're going to have one of the actors from The Walking Dead, Santiago. I forget his last name.
Santiago Cirillo, who is going to be coming on to the Cereal Box Network.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be meeting in the next couple of weeks to get that show up and running.
Yay.
That's exciting. They're going to have a zombie-themed escape room. Crayley
Bartee, zombie-themed escape room.
Yeah, maybe Bartee should come up.
Thinking about it.
That would be fun.
Listen, you should. You can take my place and be an honorary Phoenix Sister cosplay.
Yeah. You could absolutely. I mean, we could organize, or we could talk to the organizers and see if you could just get Johnny's room and fill in for Johnny. And We should do that. But it's
That
gonna
makes
be
me
so
but
much
When is it?
fun. September 9th, that weekend.
Oh, okay.
September 9th and 10th.
Okay, I have a wedding the 11th that Sunday, so
Right.
I could possibly.
Just think about it.
I will. We'll talk.
Well, that's awesome. So everyone go see Kelly and Crayley at SilCon. That's with a C. Central stands for Central Illinois Con. And we've got some more comments. Harvey Witt says, good morning.
Good morning.
Our beautiful, sassy friend, Melissa Stetcher, says, hi, friends.
Hi, Melissa.
And Harv Witt says about my Marvel retro figures, cool. I actually have some of those figures. And he says about you, Kelly, wow, what a beautiful T-shirt.
Thank you.
Johnny's winking over here.
And Dave says, a 3D Wonder Woman shirt. Yeah.
Yep.
And Harv says, wow, what a cool looking book. It is. Scorcher and Thin Ice are awesome. Buy them today.
Today.
And you know what it's time for? It is time for This Week in the Rec Room. And our topic of the week is basically you're 10 years old, Saturday afternoon, you've filled your body full of sugary cereals, you've watched your favorite cartoon. Now what? For me, it was hopping on the bike and riding down either in the summer to the local pool or to the drugstore to get a big stack of comics, because back then that was when you could still buy them at the drugstore. We would get comic books, Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson, and Mickey Mouse. We would get a stack of comics, Coca-Cola, Brock's Red Twist licorice. We would ride up the hill to the golf course, and we would sit on the edge of the golf course on this hill under this grove of trees, reading comics, drinking Coke, and eating Brock's Red Twist licorice. And y'all, that may be the best thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. I don't think anything has measured up to that time in my youth. But, and when I got a little bit older, we were riding 5 miles to the mall on our bicycles.
Wow.
Hopping on our bikes at 14 and 15 years old, we're riding our bikes 5 miles, hopping on the bus, and riding another 10 miles to downtown Canton, Ohio, to go to the comic book shop and then to the Army Navy surplus store. And that was kind of my Saturday experience. And after we'd get back on the bus, we'd come back to the mall, we'd catch a movie, and then after the lights went, after the street lights came on, it's dark, we rode on our bikes 5 miles back home. And you know what? Never once did we get a cell phone call from mom saying, where are you?
Because you didn't have a cell phone. Sundown. But I want to know from you all ladies and from our listeners, our viewers, it's Saturday morning. Where are you riding your bike and what are you up to? Well, okay, first of all, you were a boy, so it was a little different for boys than it was for girls as far as take me out full screen. Nope.
What are you looking for?
As far as I get so distracted, I don't like looking at myself. Anyway, as far as riding your bike and staying out till the street lights come on, all that. For me personally, I didn't learn how to ride a bike till I was 13 because I lived in the country and there was nowhere to ride a bike. And I was an only child until I was 12. So I just played with bugs and all the animals and nothing fun.
So,
I had to entertain myself.
So you didn't learn how to ride a bike until you were 13. Are you one of those people who needs a destination? Like it wasn't satisfying enough for you to just know how to ride your bike around the farm. You needed to have a destination to go to be
Well,
motivated.
I mean, think about it. I had grass and gravel.
Okay.
So, and then we lived on a gravel road. So
Okay.
there was no pavement anywhere. There was, you know.
Okay.
For a new rider, do you know how hard it hurt, how bad it hurts to fall on gravel?
Yeah. I broke a rib on my bicycle trying to jump over a ditch.
Okay, but you didn't learn how to ride on gravel.
No, I learned how to ride being pushed down a big giant grass hill. They put me on it and they pushed me down the hill. And it was either learn to ride or die. Those were my choices.
Wow.
No training wheels.
Let me guess. Did your siblings teach you how to ride your bike, or
no?
Or
that
your
was
parents?
my dad. My dad said, "Son, you're 5 years old. It's time to learn to ride a bike the right way."
Talk about a very traumatizing experience.
Tough love.
No, well, look, I survived. I learned how to ride it, and I never stopped. Look, I was born underwater. I think Dee knows this.
What?
Yeah. So in the 70s, when I was born,
Water birth.
there was this whole trend to have childbirth in a pool of water, and so I was literally born underwater and I swam to the top. It's again, you either learn to swim or die. So I was born swimming in a pool, and we had in my house growing up, we had a pool in the backyard. So that was yeah. Dave Mattingly says your dad wasn't trying to teach you to ride a bike. I believe that's considered premeditated.
Oh my gosh, Dave, you crack me up so much. every Saturday morning, he just cracks me up.
And Rich says walking down the hill of the backyard and swimming in the lake during summer, sledding down that same hill in the winter. Oh, but Rich, I got to know, when you sledded down that hill that went into the lake, was it ever not completely frozen? So you hit the ice and you skidded and then it cracked and you fell in? Did that ever happen? That's got to, please tell me that happened. Kelly, Willow, where were you guys riding, and where were you going? What were you up to?
When I first learned how to ride a bike, I was living with my grandparents. My sister taught me how to ride because during bike week, my grandma went and bought me a pink bike that had training wheels on it. And of course, I was the only one in my class that had the training wheels. So my sister, I came home crying because, yes, I was being bullied. Came home crying. My sister immediately took the training wheels off the bike, taught me how to ride, and she's like, "That's it. I'm teaching you how to ride. I'm not putting up with your people bullying you." All right. And she lived by the rule of nobody could bully me except her.
That's sibling law right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was my protector. She was my hero. And her way of teaching me how to ride was literally like pretty much everybody else, just, a big push and pedal. Right. So, and then finally I learned how to ride with two wheels, and she's like, okay, so she literally had my bike and said, "You're using a big girl's bike from now on. You're not using this pink plastic thing anymore." Well, okay.
And so was that like for you, Willow? Was that like your freedom? Because now you could go anywhere you wanted, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And there was a candy store called Sugar Daddies that we would go. No, seriously, like this was a great place. Like it was the best, the best sugar confectionery place that you can be at when you're a child, because it was like an old house just outfitted to be
Wait a
minute,
minute, Willow, an old house selling candy called Sugar Daddies. That wasn't a candy store, Willow.
If I remember correctly, it was a White House too. So couldn't take the white van.
I was just about to say, did it have a creepy man out front
honey,
selling ice cream?
Hey, little girl, would you like some candy? Come on in and see your sugar daddy.
Nothing about my childhood is normal, guys. Keep that in mind. I did grow up in foster care, so I think there's a reason for that.
Oh my God, I love that. Well, okay, so what was your favorite candy when you actually got candy from Sugar Daddies?
It was like I love the Nerds. I loved like the Big Chew bubble gum. Like this and the shoestring bubble.
Yeah, the
bubble
Big
gum.
League Chew. Yeah.
And then there was like pixie sticks, like the sugar and the straws. Yeah. And then for some reason it was big in the 80s. The cigarette candy that kind of blew out, then big poop of smoke or sugar. Yeah,
and we were so cool with our candy cigarettes, weren't we?
Oh yeah, so cool.
Back when Popeye cigarettes actually had like the little red dot in the middle to make it look like it was an actual cigarette. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you were taking me down a trip down memory lane. I love it.
So yeah, that was like my sugar of choice. I loved, yeah, exactly.
Dave Mattingly says Willow still loves Nerds. That's why she's here.
Exactly.
True story.
You know, we'd get me and my sister would get the freezies later on in the afternoon, you know, to cool off, or ice cream, or you know, and then we'd meet up with our neighbors and start playing tag.
So
I was by myself.
I
play tag alone.
Why did I just laugh at that? That was so inappropriate. Rich Asplin says something kind of funny. Be careful saying confectionery parental units. That can get you banned for 30 days. That's a good point. That is a good point.
I don't understand that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Facebook and their weird rules.
Confectionery equals sugar. Parental units equals daddy.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, hey, Rich answered my other question.
What is a candy? Sugar Daddies is a candy.
I don't think they make it anymore, though. It's sugar. They do sugar babies.
They make Sugar Daddies. My daughter had one and pulled a filling out.
Oh,
wow.
Not a filling, a cap. She pulled her cap off with it.
Oh.
We had to go, yeah. Right before we were going out of town. They said,
wow. Rich answered my question about the sled and the lake. He says, my middle sister jumped the pier like a ramp and fell through the ice. I love that. Bartee, did you ever fall through the ice on your lake, on your pond, or on your farm?
No.
Did you go ice skating on your pond?
No. Don't know how to skate. I lived an hour away from anything. I didn't do anything other than milk cows and fish and scale fish and hunt deer and gut deer. Like, that was my life, my childhood.
All righty then. Kelly Guentner, where were you riding?
So be careful, bike? John. I know where to hide the body.
Yeah, I see that. I get that. You know how to use a fish.
I know how to use a machete.
A fillet knife and a
so don't hook. Cross D.
No. Important safety tip. Important safety tip, Egon. All right. So Kelly, it's Saturday afternoon. You're on your bike. Where are you going? What are you doing?
Okay, so these things are going to tell you so much about me. First of all, I grew up in a town that was, our claim to fame was that we were almost the circus capital of Wisconsin, but we turned it down.
That's so cool.
Right? Yeah, we turned it down because, of course, you know, like morality and circuses, but we still had like a bunch
circus.
yeah, we had a bunch of circus paraphernalia. So one of the places I would go was a circus themed ice cream shop called Circus of Flavors. And then there's the mill pond to go swimming. And then at 10, I had two friends that were right within riding distance of me. And one of these friends was obsessed with Stephen King movies. So I would go over to her house and watch Stephen King movies that I was way too young to watch.
On VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we play like Mario and stuff. But I was exposed to Stephen King movies at 10.
But that would explain like so many of our obsessions with horror movies now.
Well, for the longest time, I couldn't even watch horror movies.
Yeah, same.
Adults. But I am obsessed with like ghosts and cryptids and stuff. But yeah, if that doesn't explain everything you need to know about me, also my town. This is just a fun fact about my town. We have a clown mausoleum where they put all the dead clowns.
Oh.
So, if anyone wants to come visit my hometown and go looking for creepy stuff.
You've got a clown graveyard.
That
And
serial killer clown. What was his name? Was that John Wayne Gacy?
John Wayne Gacy. That was
Is
not.
he buried there?
That was not Wisconsin.
No, that was Texas. That was in
Yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, we have a mausoleum where they put all the clowns. We have
Good clowns, right?
what?
The good clowns, right?
I think so.
No bad
we have a lake where sadly an elephant fell through the ice and died.
Oh.
Did they exhume the body, or is the bone still at the bottom of the lake?
I think the bones are still at the bottom of the lake. We have like a clown and an elephant in statues. I have to be clear. Clown and elephant statues in a park in the middle of town. I actually, if you give me a minute, I think I can find some pictures of myself with them.
Oh, Rich corrected us. Gacy was Illinois, not Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was a little closer, but yeah, my town's weird, or my hometown's weird.
I like it.
Yeah, me too. Like, it explains a lot about me.
So
'Cause I'm weird.
So Willow, Kelly, I had a group of friends that we were, on the bikes Saturday going everywhere. Did you guys have like a gang, a group that, like the Stranger Things party that you were going everywhere together?
I didn't. I was alone.
Oh,
I think for the most part, it was
I
just
had
me and my
bugs.
sister biking together. But the odd time we would meet up with our neighbors just to because sometimes they would be having like parties in their backyard or something. So
John?
we would go join them.
Put up Dave's comment.
Well, there's a couple of great comments from Dave Mattingly. Kelly's hometown is ground zero for the zombie clown outbreak.
yes.
And then he asked, they put all the clowns in the mausoleum or just the dead ones?
Hopefully, it's just the dead ones.
Was the Shrine Circus big in down in the States?
Yes.
Because that was the circus. That was the circus that would come up here.
This is the clown.
Yeah, but they don't use animals anymore for the circus.
Yeah, this is the clown and elephant statue that's in the middle of downtown of my hometown.
Bartee, the Shrine Circus still does use animals, and so does Ringling Brothers is out of business, but the Shrine Circus does still use elephants, and there are still tiger taming acts, and they're independent.
Okay, well, maybe it's the Ringling Brothers. I was thinking of.
They don't
Yeah.
travel very. I haven't been to the actual Shrine Circus in years because I don't think they travel
Well,
with
so
their animals.
so here's how this works. And odd story. How does Johnny know this? I went to clown college at Ringling Brothers, and I was this close to joining the circus, except there was a girl that I was interested in, and I didn't join it because I wanted, and I did not end up with that girl. I could have been a clown in Ringling Brothers Circus and had a masterful career, but I turned it down for a girl.
So
Idiot.
now you're a clown in real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know a lot of, and I worked for Ringling Brothers when they were here in Nashville as a ringmaster for charity events.
I can see you being a ringmaster.
Yeah. So the Shrine Circus, there are several what they call contract circuses, small family traveling circuses, and the Shrine Circus partners with one of them, and I'm trying to think what it's something brothers, I forget what they're called. I'll have to look it up, but they actually go from city to city as the Shrine Circus, but it's the local Shriners that are bringing them in and hosting them. So, Rich says Ringling Brothers is making a comeback. I'll have to look into that because they were owned by Feld Entertainment, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. So unless they've been sold or acquired by someone else, Feld Entertainment has an office here in Nashville. So I did a lot of work for them. But anyway, yeah, look at what you learn when talking about bike riding.
The more you know.
That's why Kelly has squirrels. And we're all distracted by her squirrels.
No, she's got a Squirrel Guard.
Well, it's not.
You shall not pass.
It's not doing its job. Because we're all off on a squirrel.
Have you been on our show before, Dee?
Shut up, Dawn.
Where we're going, we don't need rails.
It's good. I love it. So any other thoughts, memories, stories about getting on your bike? Get on your bikes and ride on a Saturday afternoon.
In one of my foster homes, I learned how to ride a three-wheeler, like a trike. I love those. Those are so fun. Apparently, though, you can't find those anymore because too many kids tipped and ran themselves over. I can attest to that.
They're still hugely popular here in the U.S.
Okay, well, in Canada, we take safety very, very, very seriously
Well,
here.
no, it's just that in the United States, we have a little thing called personal freedom.
That's true. Hey, look, we got rid of those walkers for the kids learning how to walk and like.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because people kept leaving their basement doors open and kids would fall and yeah. So there's a reason why those haven't been able to be found up here.
All of my kids have used them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, like I remember seeing pictures of me being in one of those when I was a baby. But anyway, so riding the trike, me and my sister, we would go around the yard. We lived on a farm, and we would go around the yard. And my sister, my shoe fell off, and I told Sabrina to do a Yui, and I'll go grab my shoe. I fall off. She goes to come back to pick me up. And she runs over my foot. I'm just like,
ow.
Okay.
So really nothing has changed for you since then.
No, I'm still being abused by my sister, but apparently I love her. So.
Well, and you're still falling and getting your feet run over and.
Yep. I'm still being a klutz, so that definitely hasn't changed.
Hey, when my mom was a kid, she had 3 brothers. And she was standing in front, like, stop, tell her brother to stop riding his bike. And he was acting like he was going to run over. Well, he actually did. He knocked her down and ran straight over her with his bike.
Oh.
She was okay, but.
I don't know. That explains a whole lot about your mom now.
Kids are psychotic.
So children can confirm.
So I got to know this question, Willow. So you grew up in a foster home.
Yeah.
And you finally learn how to ride a bike. You've got unlimited freedom. How often did you pack up your bag and like sneak out the window to get on your bike to run away?
Here's the thing with me. I'm very food driven, so my running away is that's it. I'm running away, and then like a couple hours later, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go home.
Oh. Fair.
And your mom is like, hey, do you want a grilled cheese sandwich? Yes. They just thought you were out playing.
Yeah.
That's how they got Willow to play. They put a stick behind her back with a grilled cheese sandwich in front of her, so she'd ride her bike to try and get.
Jeez, that's not funny.
Then why?
I was not a chubby kid, but proof that
Hey, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
Now.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, one time I was coming down the street, Mount Pleasant, which was considered a highway in Canton, Ohio, and I'm flying down the street. I mean, I must have been going 30, 35 miles per hour, which on a bike is fast because I was on a 13 speed and I was at top gear. I was booking, and it's only a slight, maybe 15% grade, but it's enough to get going fast. And I wasn't allowed to ride on that street. And our house sat on that street. So the front door opened up to Mount Pleasant Highway. So I'm booking down. I come past our house, and my mom is standing right in the front door, and she sees me. So I quickly try to turn into our street because we lived off of Mount Pleasant. And when I did, I was going so fast I couldn't make the turn, and I hit the gravel at the end of the street and slid into the ditch. And I'm coming straight towards the ditch, and I knew that I was doomed. And so I literally jumped off the bike as it went into the ditch. It's like something out of an action adventure movie. And I was aiming for the flat ground, but I hit the edge of the ditch where it drops off and hit my side and broke my ribs.
Oh,
yeah, it was awesome.
Wow.
Rich says, coming home on a Saturday afternoon, if my sisters and I heard the Rockford Files theme or Una Paloma Blanca blaring from the 8-track in the living room, we immediately pulled a U-turn in the driveway. That was the sign that it was cleaning day. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rich.
I wish I could relate to that, but my grandma was a huge clean freak, and her cleaning day was like every day. So it's
no, Willow. He's not talking about cleaning.
Okay, sorry, my apologies.
I'm glad you cleared that up, Kelly, because I thought it was actually like a cleaning day. Because I blare music when I'm cleaning, but
no. Una Paloma Blanca. You gotta watch the video. You'll get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it now. But
I apologize, guys. I'm very ignorant when it comes to stuff like that. I apologize.
Are you looking it up right now?
Me too, Willow.
Oh, he was talking about cleaning. I just have a dirty mind.
Yeah, Rich says, no, I was talking about scrub the house from top to bottom. I was right there with you, Kelly, because why else would you put cleaning day in quotes? Unless it was a euphemism for something else happening at the house.
Yeah, I guess Johnny and I have dirty minds. And
cleaning day, the kids don't want to clean. So they're like, nope.
That's usually the sign of, oh, shoot, let's get out of the house. Grandma's on a rampage. Bye.
Yeah. Because if your mom is anything like me, when I start cleaning, I get mad at everybody.
That's because nobody will help you.
And do you help your wife?
Yes.
Liar.
No, we split our chores. I vacuum and dust. I do the laundry. I cook half the meals. We share
7
responsibilities.
For 7 people?
Sometimes.
Mhm.
I've got 2 teenagers that bring
shut
their
up,
friends
Brian.
over.
You always try to one-up me. I'm done.
This is my violin
Yeah,
playing for D. The
I
world,
know.
my heart breaks for you, D.
Oh wow!
Oh, and she left. She got mad. Okay, well that means it's time to end the show.
Now that you pissed off me.
Yeah, I did. She's never quit the show, so we might not see her again. Ladies and gentlemen, I will make it up to D somehow. Probably not. But I will try.
Buy her coffee, she'll be fine. Sorry.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No. So anyway, fun show this morning, ladies. Everyone, make sure you go buy Kelly's book, Thin Ice, Forces of Nature 2 on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you get books. And, oh, look who just came back magically.
Here comes D.
Fine, I'll leave again, jerk.
Oh.
Wow, Johnny, you're in the
Oh.
doghouse. You pissed off your podcasting wife.
This is why people think we're married.
I totally thought you guys were married at first too.
Yeah. Anyway. Hey, we need to thank our other sponsors, the Murdering Crows. They did that awesome theme song for us. You can get their record, 4 Bad Crows, at Amazon, Google, Apple Music. Support them. That is our very own DL Memphis, host of the Ice Cream Queens here on the Cereal Box Network. So show them some love. And we want to thank our super Cereal Box friends, Charisse Collins, Cindy Kep, Brian Huff, Dave Manginelli, Dave Mattingly, Crystal Raven-Jones, and Eli Cash. And we need another name in that slot. We need to even that out. So if you want to see your name in lights, go to buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod and make a donation. Buy us a bowl, 2, 3 of cereal, and, help us keep the lights on, so to speak. Help us improve the show just for you. And if you hate the show, buy us the whole freaking box of cereal, and that way we can improve it just for you. And with that, girls, Kelly, tell everyone where they can follow, find, and support you.
So if you go to kellyguentner.com, that's Guentner, that's the best place to find me. Otherwise, Phoenix Sisters Cosplay on everything, or on all social media, Cosplay Cafe. I'm everywhere. It's really hard to not find me on social media.
That's fantastic. Willow, where can people follow, find, and support you?
You can find me all over social media. Willow Skylor, just look that up. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Look forward to seeing my video later. I will try to show off the bikini, but probably not the bottoms, but the top for sure anyway.
Why not the bottoms?
Just comfort zone.
we all want to see. I'm just saying.
All right.
All right, everybody. Even though she's not on screen anymore, follow, find, and support Bartee at Bartee Photo everywhere online. And you can follow, find, and support me at johnpyka.com. And tonight is night 3 of Back at the Cereal Box, Adulting is Hard. This is a one-man show that I created based on this podcast. And this is the world debut weekend, kind of the workshop weekend. And hopefully it will be something that we can take to other venues, other theaters, and Comic-Cons. And Kelly has read the initial draft of the outline, so she was the one like, yes, we've got to take this around. So I finally launched it, and it's the most ambitious thing I've ever done. I've already done 2 rewrites in 2 days. So tonight will be, a slightly different show than it was last night, slightly different than it was from the first night, but all part of the process.
Looking forward to the recorded version once you.
Yeah, we're going to film it tomorrow afternoon. I don't know that we'll publish it, but we might. And but if you are in the Middle Tennessee area, Nashville area, we're at Playhouse 615 in Mount Juliet. You can get tickets at johnpyka.com. Da, da, da. And there are only a few left for tonight and tomorrow, so get them now.
Get them while they're hot.
All right. Well, ladies, that is it for me this week. Any last thoughts? Any last words for our viewing audience?
Be nice to each other.
Be excellent to each other. Sorry, I had to one-up you.
Next week, the other Phoenix sister, Krayley Vanessa, will be with us in the rec room. So tune in to see Krayley, and that'll be great. All right. Well, with that, we're going to say farewell. Have a great rest of the Saturday. If you love the show, like, share, comment, share it with 200-300 of your closest friends and family. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box.